Hello, this is your video 1.2 on the start of your packet for this lesson. It is titled The Witch Hunts, Political Religious Process for Guilt. And we are starting with a must-do assignment. And this video is just going to walk you through how to be efficient as you do this. You can get as much background as possible before we start. So Salem, this is the introduction to Salem. You can see on your packet, it's at the bottom of page 10 and it scrolls to the top of page 11. So I apologize for that. But Salem is our setting. Okay, that is a city in Boston. That's where the crucible is taking place. I have given you a note document and you are researching Salem witch hunts, accusations, and trials, basically. You have an essential question you're answering. What was the process, reason, evidence, deciding who was or was not a witch? That's what you're trying to research on these websites. To make it easier, we have given you 4 websites. You may feel free to click on these online. They will be listed on a document in Schoology in this lesson. You can click on it there and read through them and find the answers. Or you can, on your own, research legitimate websites on your own if you want to. Legitimate, credible websites mean it's not just a YouTube video some guy who is from Salem made up. Okay, he's got to be, or they, the authors, the sources have to be credible and legitimate. So people in the field who have done research, who have written articles, etc., etc. Okay, so you can do that on your own. We only ask if you do that, you have to, and we ask you here in your questions where you take your notes, give us the URL. So you'll have to copy that URL. So you can't copy and paste it because it's on paper, but handwrite the URL of where you found your information if you're not using these. If you're using these, I don't care which one you answered. I know them pretty well, so I don't need to know that. But if you go off of these and find your own, let me know where you found your information. So you have your 5 questions off to the left, like you would in a Cornell Notes system. We've given you the questions this time that you are answering. You may or may not have these URLs filled in because you might be using the ones we've given you. But as you look through these questions, I'll move myself. If you remember from the first video, we talked about how it's a theocracy, right? How it is a political system tied to the religious system. Okay, so in that theocracy, here we've split these 2 questions for you. So first think about that legal system. What was the court system in this process of witchcraft and accusing people? And what was the church system? Was it the same thing? How did they reconcile that? So that is one of the questions. So think about how the government system, the church, separation from the government there, like how did these 2 things deal with it? Because in their community, it was all kind of the same. So tease that out for those 2 questions. What did you have to do to be accused of witchcraft? Number 4, what was the evidence? And 5, what was the punishment or the consequence for it? So you might remember some of this from the first video. And then do not forget your summary statement at the bottom, please, okay, as you summarize what you've learned. So you may just go to one website if you want and find it all there, or you might want to peruse through them. As an example, I want to remind you of an efficient way to look for information on a website. Let's say you want to open this Salem Witch Trials one, okay? I have it open up here. As you can see, it is littered with ads because it is a free website at history.com, which is a legitimate site for us to use. But you can see Salem Witch Trials. You have this like freaky graphic of judges over here and the women being accused and some soldiery type people over here, someone on the stand, and so on. So as a reminder, as you are looking through this, you can just skim and scan, right? Look for, okay, evidence, hysteria. This is pretty big text. It's not going to be that hard to do here, but a quicker and more efficient way on your Chromebook is to do Control F. I have to be on the screen. Control F for find, and you see on my screen a small box pops up, right? And I type in what I want to find. Let's say I want to see, does this article even have anything about evidence in it? Does it even use the word? And it does. It tells me within this article, this word evidence has been used 3 times. Over here off to the side, you can see it kind of took me to where those were and it highlighted those words in the paragraph. How cool is that? You probably know about this, but if you don't, it's a really fast and efficient way to find what you want in online articles with this feature. It does not work on your Chromebooks, I think, in a PDF, but it does work on websites. So this tells you what kind of evidence they used and it was spectral evidence. If you don't know what spectral evidence is, you're going to want to look that up. But it tells you here, these are the words that are highlighted in this paragraph over here. Looks like 3 times, looks like this is where the 3 words are, because I'm right over these bars. And as you can see, as I scroll down out of them, they're no longer highlighted because there's no more evidence in this article. But this took me to it quickly, and I can use that as part of my answer, or say, you know what, I don't get that, I don't want to use that. Go to the next article. Or look for other words that might be in the text that you are using. Okay, that's just a tip for you to be more efficient as you look for your responses. So once you are done with that, that is your must-do. Again, I'm encouraging you to continue on and look at these interesting articles about Salem and what's happening. You have a couple other assignments in there. This is your week to get all your background done, so we are ready to start reading the text with parts next week. Good luck.